Okay, now we're going to look at it using the critical value method, and basically the critical value method stands the previous method on its head. Instead of looking at the z-score and finding the p-value first, it says, well, if the p-value was equal to 0.05, what would be the point under the z-curve that would cut that null hypothesis off, or that would cut off the top 5%? In other words, it says, let's look and see what this point is here. And then we're going to compare that to the test statistic. The test statistic, in this case, is just the z-score. It's p hat minus p divided by the square root of p q over n. The test statistic is just the z-score for this p hat if this is actually p. So we're still assuming that that's actually p, and we're still looking at how unusual the p hat is, but we're just going to look and see, well, what's a critical value that's going to cut off the top 5% of test statistics? So basically all I have to do is I have to look and see what that number would be here and then compare it to this test statistic. So to find the number, we'll go like this. We're going to use the inverse normal key, and the area is going to be 0.95 because we wanted the area in the right tail to be 5%. So what we have to do is put in this area into our calculator. Because it's a z-score, it's a mean of 0, standard deviation of 1. I paste that in, and I get approximately 1.645. So this number right here is 1.645. All right? If I get a z-score which is greater than 1.645, I'm going to reject the null hypothesis. If I get a z-score over here less than 1.645, well then that tells me that this result, 0.74, is not that unusual, and I will fail to reject the null hypothesis. So let's see what that test statistic is. Once again, pull out the trusty calculator. I'll clear it out, and I'll go like this. 0.74 minus 0.7, that's that minus that, divided by the square root of 0.7 times 0.3 over 152. I come out of the parentheses and I press enter, and it says the z-score is about 1.08. This is approximately equal to 1.08. 1.08 is on this side. It's not considered an unusual score according to this critical value. The critical value was 1.645. The z-score, or the test statistic, was 1.08. The test statistic does not fall within what the book calls the rejection region, so we're going to fail to reject the null hypothesis. Once again, fail to reject the null hypothesis. One more time, there is not enough evidence to show that the null hypothesis is false, so we have to fail to reject it.